Hello, Bill Sherrill here for another All About the Car conversation. Today we're Shawn here at the North Central Wisconsin Technical College and talking about cars. We had a great conversation about cars, but more personally, what was the first car you ever drove?
The first car I ever drove was a 1978 Mercury Zephyr that was gifted to me by my grandfather.
Okay.
And my grandfather was quite a worksman.
Yep.
He liked to fix things.
Okay.
And I say fix with finger quotes,
Right,
because they
right.
didn't always stay fixed. And the starter on the car was bad, so
Okay.
my grandfather, instead of fixing the starter,
Yep.
installed a doorbell on the dash of the car. So whenever I wanted to start the car, I would turn the key and then have to press the doorbell.
Did the doorbell didn't sound?
It did not ring.
Oh, okay.
Thankfully, the engine turned over
Right.
when we pressed the button, because that didn't always happen either. But so I had probably one of the first push-button start cars.
That is impressive, like, wow. A man had a vision and he didn't even know it.
Exactly.
So what happened in that vehicle that you can share publicly that is memorable?
Well, there were a lot of good times with fellow football players. We would drive it to and from practice. You know, there were no road trips because
Right.
that wasn't making it too terribly far.
Right.
Maybe to Schofield.
Okay.
So, but my friends and I used to love driving around up and down Grand Avenue.
Okay.
Because we grew up in Wausau,
Yep.
and that was the thing to do back in the day.
That was
So
where you go,
that
for
was where
sure.
we went.
So if you could drive any vehicle today, what would it be?
Golly, I've always wanted to have like a Jeep Wrangler, like an old school, take off the sides and
Yep.
the doors and just kind of enjoy. Or my buddy used to have a 65 convertible.
Okay.
And we used to drive that around, and that was a lot of fun too.
So do you have any vintage cars today?
I do. Well, the only vintage car I have is a 2009 Civic
There you
that
go.
my children drive.
That's fantastic. Do you go to Iola on an annual
don't.
basis to look around?
I don't.
Okay, well, an opportunity for
now I
a
know
summer
what to do.
trip. Exactly. Thank you, Shawn, for sharing this, and we'll see you next time.